Welcome to the Powercoast Girls Podcast. We're your hosts,
Jess
and Domy.
We're here to bring you authentic and raw conversations about faith, relationships, and personal growth.
Whether you're a believer or a curious skeptic or somewhere in between, we're here for you.
So grab your headphones,
your coffee,
or tea,
and get ready
to be empowered. Hi.
Yes, we made it.
We made it. Welcome to the first episode of the Powercoast Girls Podcast. I can't believe we're doing this.
I know.
It's crazy. But
I feel like I've always dreamed about having, not always, but like.
It's okay. You did. I did too. But we're here. Okay, we're just going to jump right in. So we have a few little points that we're going to go through and talk about to kind of just help organize our thoughts and everything. So let's do it. Okay.
Yes, it's our first time, so we will get better. We're just picking up the grooves, learning how to do the equipment.
Yeah.
Figuring out the lighting.
Give us grace, okay?
Yeah, a lot of grace.
Okay, so the first thing we want to talk about is the name of the podcast, like where it came from. Oh, by the way, I'm Jess.
Yeah, I'm Dumiana.
Okay, yeah,
she will refer to me as Domy.
Yes.
So
it's a childhood name. Yes. But yeah, y'all should call her. Well, what do you want to be called?
Dumiana.
Okay, but I'm going to call her Domy. I can't go back now. Okay, so the name of the podcast. So when we had met, we had both obviously like hit it off, and I don't even know. Do you remember how we were like, let's do a podcast?
Honestly, like just a lot of energy being thrown at each other. It's just like
both of us are like little Energizer bunnies. Yes. So together we're just like,
yes,
it's a lot, but we're great. We have great energy, and so yeah, we were both like, oh my gosh, we should do a podcast. We both obviously like to talk. And I think at the end of the day, we were just like, we want this to be something greater than ourselves. So yeah, we were thinking of the name. So we're like, I was telling her, I was like, Domy, I really want it to be like a play on words of something. So we were literally just like throwing out like different like things as kids we always watch. And so like we had brought up Powerpuff Girls, and I was like, oh, Powerpuff Girls. And so then I thought of Powercoast Girls because literally the coast, the West Coast, is what brought us together, and we'll go into a little bit more detail about that. And so, yeah, so going on about Powerpuff Girls, it's really funny because when we were just like learning about each other and stuff, like my favorite color is blue.
Mine's green, obviously.
Obviously, you can see. And so it's funny because if you know Powerpuff Girls, there are 3 of them, but 2 of them, one is blue and the other one is green. So we thought it'd be fun to like read the descriptions.
And if you're looking to be a guest, you have to wear pink.
Yes. Yeah, that's the only way you can get on the show is if you wear pink. But yeah, okay, so we're going to read, because we read these the other day, the descriptions of the Powerpuff Girls, like the blue one and the green one. And it's so funny how true they are to our personalities, like for both of us. So, okay, I'll read Doomy's first. So Doomy is the green one. So she's Buttercup. So it's...
I hate the name, but it's fine.
Okay, so Buttercup, it says, her personality ingredient is spice. Her signature color is green, and she has short black hair and a flip. She loves to get dirty, fights hard, and plays rough. She does not plan and is all action. Her unique powers are curling her tongue, spinning into a tornado,
weird,
and creating fire. Weird. She does this in real life.
No, like, hey guys, take it with a grain of salt.
And creating fireballs by rubbing her hands together until smoke comes out, which forms a flaming ball that she throws at an opponent. So do you want to like go into detail about why that explains you though? Like a little bit more?
Yeah, let me just go over it again. Spice, I guess, call me witty. Very.
I was gonna say we're both of us. Yeah. Okay, I thought I was an assertive person, which I am. This girl like takes the cake though. Yes. Like she's so assertive.
I'm learning though. I'm learning how to be assertive in what situation, blah blah blah. But naturally,
it's a good trait.
I mean, I'm the oldest of 6. I've always been like kind of the leader, even though I'm the smallest of my family. But no, the assertiveness is definitely there. I see it in my career. I see it in my personality, in my relationships.
Yeah.
What else was it?
It just had like spicy, which both of us. Okay, I am Mexican American.
Yeah.
Domy
I'm
is
Iraqi.
So we both are very spicy in our just personalities. Some people may say that we have attitudes. You know, we're not going to deny it. Yeah.
Get over it.
So anyways, that describes Domy. So like, yeah, it's just so funny. Okay, so then here's mine. Bubbles.
Yes, Bubbles. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Bubbles is the softest and sweetest of the three. Her personality ingredient is sugar. Her signature color is blue, and she has blonde hair and pigtails. Look
Okay,
at
that's
that.
obviously
That's kind of
not true.
cute. I know that's your dream. Here,
I hate
right?
pigtails.
It's fine. Just a minute.
Okay.
Bubbles Bubbles is seen as kind and very sweet, but she is also capable of extreme rage and can fight monsters just as well as her sisters can. Her best friend is a stuffed octopus doll she calls Octi, and she loves animals. I don't know if you love animals
So
that
weird.
much.
I love dogs. I remember
From far.
we both love monkeys.
Guys, I used to have, like, if you ask my family members, I used to have, like, it was like this, like, trend of, like, monkeys in an army, and it was just like my whole room.
Me too. If anyone knows what those monkeys, okay, I didn't have like the whole room as monkeys, but like if anyone knows what we're talking about, this was like this was a thing. I remember having stickers of this monkey, and it was like like it was like army print.
My clothes, my pants, my like notebooks, my backpack.
Yes, notebook. I don't know.
I think this was after my SpongeBob phase, though.
Yeah, she went through a SpongeBob phase.
Real rough SpongeBob phase.
Apparently,
like
she
luggage.
And did you say you had bedding too? Toothpaste.
Bedding.
Interesting.
Yeah.
She still has a toothpaste.
I do not.
No, but anyway, so yeah, both of our characters, it's just funny because when we were like, oh my gosh, our favorite colors are these colors, and they actually kind of match our personalities of these characters. So it's just kind of silly. It's fun, but that's how the name Powercoast Girls came into play.
And another thing about us is just like, we're literally the same height.
Dude,
she says like she's like that much taller. I don't know about that because her shoes are usually platform.
Okay, that is true. But we've recorded videos when I have my like house shoes on and they're flat.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, sis.
Okay. No, but yeah, we'll have to do maybe we'll do like a video or something like that. If you follow us on Instagram, we record like just little other fun videos and stuff too. So maybe we'll do that about height. And actually confirm that I am 5
we'll put
foot.
A poll out there for you guys
To see if I'm lying.
No. It's just like maybe you have the numbers wrong.
Maybe. She says, wait, you say you're 4'11"?
I say 4'11" and a half.
Bro, that's literally half an inch.
Yeah, but then people are like, because like I've said like 5 feet before, and people are like, you're not 5 feet. My grandma's 5 feet.
What? Ignore the haters. But anyway, okay, so do you want to dive into the next thing? Okay, so we're going to talk about our journeys. So people are probably wondering, especially if you know us, you may not even know these like intricate stories, or even if you don't know us and you're just very curious. Yeah, we're going to dive into how we got to California.
Yes.
You want to go first?
You want to start? You go.
Okay. Oh, I feel like I was doing a lot of talking.
No, you're fine.
Okay. So my journey to California, basically, and this is what's also crazy, is we both have very similar stories. So I'll let Domy kind of explain hers here in a second. But like for me, growing up Mexican American, or just in Mexican culture, girls have at the age of 15 quinceañeras. And surprise, I didn't want a quinceañera. I wanted to travel.
She's not your typical girl.
I'm not. Yeah, both of us, we're not your stereotypical girly girls or stereotypical just girl in general. I don't know. That makes it sound like bad, but
I promise we're women.
Yeah. But no, okay, so in Mexican culture, at the age of 15, girls have quinceañera. For me, I didn't want one. My sister had one. She's older than me, but I didn't want one. I wanted to travel, and lo and behold, the place that I wanted to go to was California. I don't know where the obsession came from. I don't know, what it was, but I just always had this thing for California and was like, I really want to go. So instead of having a quince, my parents, like, we all took a family trip to Orange County, which is where we're located. And I was 15, and it sounds corny to be like, oh, when I fell in love with the place, but I did. And I always knew in my spirit that I was going to be here, like that I was going to live here at some point in my life. And anyone who knows me, like my close friends and family, they always knew that I always talked about California, how I always said, oh, one day I'm going to live there or whatever. And so it was just a matter of time of like when and how I was going to get here. And honestly, I was just like, I don't know if it's going to be short term or long term. We're hoping long term.
Yes.
But
Lord willing.
But yeah, so that's kind of my journey here. We'll talk about more in detail of like how we actually got here, because that's like a really cool like God like orchestrated thing. But for me, that's kind of where the desire always came from, and people have always known that about me. So it was not a surprise to many close family and friends because they're like, about time, you know. So, what about you?
So I'm from Canada, obviously. I mean, not so obvious.
Oh yeah, I'm from Dallas, Texas. I should say that. Hi.
Yes,
Okay.
Canadian. And so my mom has a sister here in San Diego, and we came a couple times and visited when I was like way younger. I think 8 and like 12. But those were like some really good memories. I memorized my first song ever, One Two Step, and like I did a dance with my
by
cousins.
Sierra?
Yeah,
I love that song.
But anyways, when I turned like 18, I graduated high school, and then there was a camp here. So then I would come out for a like a Bible camp out here, where I would be like a camp counselor. I made a lot of friends here, so it became very special to me. And then obviously, as I grew older, I had more liberty to travel. So I would always just like come fly to Cali. Like it was just always a place I would come every.
Yeah.
It was every summer, and then I stopped, and then it was every other summer.
But yeah, recently, both of us, we were coming more and more often.
Yes,
like last year, I came a bunch of times. You came a bunch of times too.
3 times.
Yeah, about the same for me too.
Yeah. So like, yeah, over the years, I've been visiting California a lot, have a lot of memories, a lot of friendships. And what would be really fun is like after camp, there would be like a bonfire in Huntington Beach. And so like, I think that was a time I was just like, I looked around and I was like, I want to be here.
And you're about the same age as me, right? Like when you kind of, we were both teenagers. I was 15.
Yep. I was,
probably about the same age.
Yeah. 18 is when I started coming, but
you always already kind of knew, right?
Yes. And when I'm driven and I want to do something or go somewhere,
go for it.
I go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. We both have that similar spirit. I think, again, talking about assertiveness, and this isn't a good trait. I think you have like more of that like drive. Like I have the drive, but I was also scared to come here just because I'm like, none of my family lives here. Like I have one close friend, but he's in LA. But yeah, so it's kind of scary to literally come. I mean, she's from Canada, you guys, so she's further away from her family and friends than me.
I feel like they don't miss me.
They miss you. They miss you. Shout out to our family.
Yeah,
we love you guys.
We love you.
We're
not coming back.
Sorry, Mom. No, we have so many topics that we want to discuss. So we'll get into like family too, because, you know, she's Middle Eastern, I'm Hispanic. And so both of those cultures, even though they're different, there's so many similarities. And then, oh gosh, there's just so much to talk about. Like we literally, like, you guys, we're like the same person. It's kind of scary.
Like we're questioning our parents. So like,
seriously,
how, like.
We went to Disneyland last week. Someone asked us if we were twins. I was like,
mind you, we're the same size.
Yeah.
Like same body figure, I would say.
Yeah, same body type for sure.
Same dark features, same energy levels.
Our hair was both like curled that day too.
Both wearing black, all black with Air Forces,
that's
white
true.
Air Forces.
This is literally like the only time that we're not wearing the same thing.
Just because we had to.
Right, because usually we'll always like coordinate outfits. Don't judge us, okay? It's fine.
Cute, okay. Let us enjoy our life.
Yes. Okay, so let's talk about how we met. About this God sent friendship. Okay, should I dive into the whole story about you start about the house.
Okay. So last year I was supposed to move in March for school, and then I was supposed to move again in July, supposed to move again in October. And every single time there was just a bunch of obstacles that I was running into. And so God was closing the doors. But then come August or September, I started looking on Facebook for like a place to stay.
Same time as me.
Yes. And obviously I wanted to surround myself with like-minded individuals. Yes, we're young. Yes, we're living here, but I'm very particular about who my circle of people are, just because
that's important.
It's so important.
Yeah.
I have an end goal and I have a destination in mind. I am running the race, right? And so in my perspective, in the Bible's perspective, it's like we are supposed to be running the race with other people around us that are on the same race with the same goals, running at the same pace. So I kind of had this mentality, and I didn't want to risk having roommates or living with people that were living a different lifestyle than I was, just so that I'm not putting myself in a position where I can go back to my old habits, or even just like, like Satan can use those opportunities when you compromise on things here and there. So the one important thing for me was like, I wasn't going to compromise on the fact that I wanted a Christian roommate or Christian roommates.
Yeah.
So I went on Facebook, and it was an Orange County Christian roommate search. We had met a girl.
Yeah, we're both like in the same group.
Yes.
I think we probably been joined around the same time too.
Yes, and I didn't get connected with her. I got connected with another girl.
Me too. The same girl.
Same girl. And
shout out to Beth.
Yes, thanks, Beth. And then when I connected with the other girl, with Beth, she had told me to connect with this other girl, Jess, and us three were gonna look for a place. Beth and I didn't work out. Fast forward, Jess and her didn't work out, but Jess and I got connected. We hopped on a phone call.
And we both had like the same timeline. We were both like, okay, we want to be there start of the year. And so, whenever Beth had connected us, I remember my message from Beth was like, hey, like because I think her timeline was sooner than ours. And we're like, oh, like that's not the same timeline for me. So she was like, let me connect you with this girl named Dumiana. And so then that's how we both connected. And then honestly, I feel like when we both just first started talking, we were both, again, very similar personalities. So we're both
boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, that first like
very high energy.
Yeah, very like that first FaceTime chat, we were just like, hi, okay, so
and this is my problems. These are my secrets. Here you go.
Right. And we just like totally dived in, and we're just like, I think both of us were just like, okay, yeah, like we're just gonna be in the search together to like find a place together and make it work. And that's honestly what happened.
Yeah, what happened there.
Oh, but but talk about.
Yeah, for me it was just like so I found the place. I found a place, and it was a shared room. So then I was like, okay, let me bring this up to Jess. I hopped on a call with the guy that was like that had advertised it just to make sure it was real. And it was with believers and yada yada. We're not going to go into details because we don't want y'all to know where we live.
Yes, don't be creepy.
I'm trying to like be super careful with what I say.
I know.
Long story short,
she had to convince me a lot. Y'all,
I had to convince her a lot. Yeah, this was out of her comfort zone.
She's a great risk taker. I take risks, but again, I can be very skeptical sometimes. And this is with everything in my life, which I've learning, growing, and all that stuff. But yeah, I've been living in an apartment by myself back in Dallas. And not that I'm like an introverted person, because I'm not. Both of us are very extroverted people, but it was very different. Like she said, like it was out of my comfort zone to be like, whoa, okay, I'm coming from a apartment by myself to living in a very like, not even a tight space, because the house is big, you guys. But we do live with like other girls in the house, but we are literally roommates. We share a room.
Yes.
So anyways, it's fine.
And just one thing, like this house that we live in is just a community of believers.
Yes.
So we live in a house of believer women.
Right.
And so there was this room that was open, but it had to be a shared room. And I was like, okay, Jess, like I'm signing right now after the phone call.
Yeah. And she was like, I'm going to get it. And this was literally, I get the phone call from her and she's like, hey, I found a place and I'm going to do this. And I want you to do it with me. And I was like, I just got off of work and I was like, whoa, what is this girl talking about?
I remember I was stepping out of the restaurant and I was like, I had to calm you down. You're like, what's happening?
I know. I was like, what is happening? So, okay. So let me tell y'all a story, because this is another crazy thing that, looking back now and even before, I was like, this is a God-sent thing. Like there's things in life that like you can't explain, and you know that it's only God. And this is a great example of it. Okay. So I get on this call. Shout out to Zach. Hey, Zach.
Hey, Zach.
He owns a nonprofit, which is well, we're not going to mention the name, but he owns a nonprofit. And so he starts talking about the house and how most of the girls at the time worked for the nonprofit. So he was like, yeah, most of the girls who live here in the house work with the nonprofit, but we're opening the house up, yada, yada, all that stuff. So he starts talking about the nonprofit and he mentions the name to me. And I'm like, why does this name sound so familiar? Then he talks about a coffee shop that's like an extension of the nonprofit. And I'm like, okay, wait, why does that coffee shop name sound even more like familiar to me? So I get off the phone with him. We had a good chat. I talk with her and I'm like, just literally like, I think at first I was just like, girl, I don't know about this.
Yes.
I was like, I don't know about this.
Well, look what happened.
This is crazy.
Great convincer.
I know, but then
sales for a reason.
But something that I think I want people to know is that a lot of, yes, we wanted to come to California, but so that has always been a desire for so many years. But as we were preparing for it, something that both of us were doing separately before we met each other was praying. One of my prayers was, God, please be so clear with me where I need to go and how I need to, like, what steps I need to take. Give me signs. People who know me, they're like, I know my best friend who's listening, she's probably like, girl, you and your signs. But like, I always ask God for signs to confirm, to help me, just to know that I'm going in the right direction. So, you know, I get off the phone with Zach. I'm like telling her, because we had like obviously our separate conversation. I was just like, girl, I don't know. Let me think about it. And I sit there that night and I like, all of a sudden it hit me and I was like, oh, wait a minute. And it hit me why I knew what the name of the organization and the coffee shop was. I go to my Tumblr and I have a sticker from the coffee shop. Now the sticker had like the city, had a city in Hawaii, because I went to the coffee shop in Hawaii. So I'm like, wait a minute, this home is in Orange County, but this says Hawaii. So I don't even know if it's the same coffee shop. So I message Zach and I sent him a picture of
lo and behold.
Yes, I sent him a picture, and her too. I sent a picture of the coffee shop sticker and I say, is this the same coffee shop? And he was like, yes. He was like, this is too classic. Yes. He's like, same place. And I was like, okay, well, explain what the Hawaii connection is. They used to live, or I think the organization was founded in Hawaii, and they moved back home here in Orange County. And so that's why they have the coffee shop in Hawaii, and, you know, I was going to, all that good stuff. So it was just so crazy. You guys, I got that coffee shop sticker last year in March. I had been carrying my Tumblr with that sticker for months, since March. I didn't even think anything of it. Like when I went to the coffee shop, so one of my best friends, she lives in Hawaii. Shout out to Courtney. And like,
so many shout outs.
I know so many shout outs. Sorry. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody.
Special.
But no, so like I had been in Hawaii so many times because, you know, she lives there, and she could have taken me so many other times to this coffee shop. How
long ago was that?
That she took me to the coffee shop? Last March. So I'm coming up on a year. Yeah, coming up on a year. Oh my God, it's crazy. But like what I'm saying is, I had been to Hawaii multiple times, and she knew about a coffee shop before, but she took me last March. And so the timing, I'm telling you the timing, and the fact that I was carrying the sticker around and literally had it all year round. And then once it's just so crazy. Like I still get goosebumps. And when I tell people that too, they all like, a lot of people are like, whoa, no way. And I'm like, that was a clear sign. Maybe you're hearing this and you're just like, okay, calm down. Like that's just a weird coincidence. But at least for us, this is something that I was praying about. And I'm like, not for the sticker.
I don't think it's a coincidence.
No, I don't think it is either.
Like we're so alike. We have so much like similarity in terms of how we are as people.
Yeah.
I mean, let alone the physical aspects of us.
Yeah.
But it's just like
personality wise,
ethnicity, like we come from like ethnic backgrounds.
Very similar situations with our
families, like just everything. Like I can match your energy, you can match mine. I'm always a little too much for my friends. Shout out to all my friends back home.
No, but same.
I love them, but they can't keep up with me. And everyone's just like, no one could keep up with you. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm weird. But no, guys, I found my other weird aspect.
Yes. Yes. And so, yeah, it's just, we don't see it as a coincidence. And I think that's something that we really just want to share is like when you have moments like that in your life, you can't explain it, and there's really only one true reason, and it's God. God, especially when you pray for something, I don't think that was some weird thing. Like, oh, okay, just all of a sudden just happen, and this is a crazy weird thing. No, like I really do believe that like I had asked for a sign, and God had sent me the sign. And also another thing too that I want to like for us to like talk about too is the peace that we had. Like she had complete peace about coming here before even looking at the house. Y'all, I ended up coming to see it because I was like, again, I was like, I don't know about this place.
I'm gonna fly over there and I'm gonna stay there for a few days.
I did
test it out.
Thank you, Zach, for letting me stay at the house because I had to test it out, you guys. Like that's just the kind of person I am. But all to say is at the end of the day, we both had peace. And when you have peace from God in making a decision about anything, about moving, about a person, about a job, like whatever it could be, that's how you can just walk in full boldness in life, because you have that peace from God.
And the thing is, like, if I had gotten here last year, like, I'm looking back last year, March, like, I think it was January, February, I was just so disappointed that March wasn't going to work out. And then I was so disappointed June wasn't going to work out. And then so disappointed October wasn't going to work out. But now that I look back, it makes so much sense why it didn't work out. Because had I come earlier or had she come later, we would have never met.
Because my lease was up also in January. So my timeline was always like January at the start of the year. And so, yeah, it's just
like waiting on God's timing.
Yeah.
If things don't go according to your plan, it's because he has a bigger teddy bear behind his back that he's ready to give you.
Oh my gosh, I love that little picture.
I feel like that really describes like
Yes. Yes. That's so good.
Yeah, like he holds things back from you, not because like he doesn't want you to have it, but he has a way better plan. And like looking back, had I come last year, my life would have been completely different, to be honest. He wanted me to come in January as a person that I was in January and not as a person I was in March or June or October. And if you are spending time with the Lord and just reading the Bible and prayer and just allowing him into all aspects of your life, he will transform you day by day, you know? And I think I needed to reach that level of maturity in my faith before he was like, okay, you're ready now, you can go. And let me just give you a great person to like do life with.
Yes. No, oh my gosh. Another thing too is like, again, God answers prayers, because something that I had prayed for, and I need to bring her head back down so she can get
just a little bit louder.
No, but I had always prayed like, okay, give y'all another example. Like in college, we'll talk about breakups and stuff like that later in another episode. But like when I went through a breakup, I had prayed for friends because I was like so attached to this person that I didn't really have like many other friends that I could hang out with. And guess what? Like after that breakup, God supplied me with friends who I'm still friends with till this day from college.
Like you have so many friends.
Thank you. I mean, I feel like I've always had friends.
She has so many friends.
Thanks. Like well, you do too.
Yeah, I do. I do. But
like,
yeah, I think it's I guess I do.
No, we both have a lot of friends, but guess what I mean by that is like I attached myself to this person. And so I had prayed, God, please give me community. Same thing, fast forward many years. And I had prayed here, God, like I don't know anybody in California except for one of my good friends who lives in LA. But of course, we're not in LA. So please send someone, a roommate especially, who is going to like be a good match so we can do life together. And then also community. So like, I know some people might be like, y'all are crazy for living with all those girls in the house.
So much fun.
But it is really fun, actually. It is really fun. It is. And
you're never alone.
There's
always drama. Like we're always like listening to people's like problems and wins and like,
because we're some of the older girls in the house. Yeah. Which we're like still young. Yeah, okay, don't get us wrong.
Yes. But like I think it's just we do life together, and it's just like it's a blessing that we are older than some of them because
we can give them advice.
I know
we're still learning though.
We're not 50 or 60, but like it's just we've both been through a lot in our lives, and like the reason I hold on to my faith so much is because I've been through a lot, and God has saved me through everything. So when it comes to meeting people that are in different seasons of their life and at a different age, I can kind of look back and just advise them on things that I wish I was advised at that age and in those scenarios. Yeah. And just pray that they could make better decisions or just approach it in a more like godly way. Yeah. But yeah, no, and even the purpose behind this podcast is just like, yes, we're very similar now. We live together and everything, but like as like weeks leading up to this, we just like shared so much information and secrets.
Y'all, we became instant best friends.
Literally.
When I pulled up to the house,
I was waiting.
She literally sent me a text. It was so funny. She sent me a text and she's like, because I'm on the couch. Yeah, she knew like obviously when I was gonna be there because I told her here's my ETA. And so as soon as I was about to get there, she was like, I'm looking out the window waiting for you.
I was literally sitting by the couch with my coffee and I'm like, is she here yet?
No, my brother drove with me because we drove from Texas to here, and it was so funny because I read the text like read out loud in the car. My brother was like, bro, that's creepy. And of course,
shout out Andrew.
Yeah, hey Andrew. But no, so it's instant best friends, and some people may be like, really? That's where we're going to see how long that lasts. But you guys, like, we really do believe this is a God-sent friendship. Like, we're like sisters now. And like she said, like, yeah, we do everything together.
Oh,
and
that's cute.
I know, aren't we cute, guys? No, but no, so it's just been so fun. But again, going back to God's timing and that how just a God-sent friendship, this is it. It is. And we have obviously like different, like, we're just specifically talking about us because of the podcast. But if that's something that you're praying for, like in your life, just know that God's going to answer your prayers. You know, like God hears everything and he knows how you feel. Even sometimes, even if you don't voice it to God, like I think there's been some things that I've had, like even just in my heart, like California, for example, always had the desire, always had like California. And God just always knew that. And, you know, here I am literally 15 years after not having the quince and coming here, and I live here now. It's crazy. We literally will like, I don't know what we were doing the other day, but we're just like, oh my gosh, we live
like,
here.
Each other's sentences, and then like if something happens, she knows to look at me because she knows my reaction.
It's so
she knows
weird.
how to read me so well.
It's so weird. I know. And we've known each other in person for what, like
It'll be 2 months.
It'll be 2 months.
On the 8th.
We're going on our 2-month anniversary.
Oh, we're going Disney.
Oh my gosh, that's
no, it was a joke.
2 different personalities, you guys.
And then just kind of piggybacking off like what you said about friendships is just like God will give you good friends and a good circle and people to lift you up when you're down and
but you have to seek it. Yeah,
exactly. He won't just place those people in your life. He needs to see that you want those friendships. And I can understand the influence of friendships. And don't get me wrong, I have a lot of really, really good friends that care about me and love me, but that aren't believers. And it's not to say that they won't support me or anything like that. And I will always support them and I'll be there for them. But it's just something different about friends that have the same faith, that are running the same race as you, that have the same end goal. You need to be wanting it. And friendship is it's definitely a topic we should cover.
Oh, 100%. Y'all, we have so many different topics.
Yes. Do you want to like share some things or like just like an overview? Like what is our purpose with these podcasts?
Yeah, Devin. You want to go?
You go first. I spoke a lot right now.
Okay. What am I saying? We're going to talk about the purpose?
Yeah. Like, okay. What do we want to accomplish with like being on here with mics?
Yeah. We just want to hear ourselves talk. I'm just kidding.
We love that.
No, I'm kidding. No, we want to show people that it's possible, right? So I think, okay, so we have, I guess, like our 3 pillars. So we're going to talk about faith, which obviously faith will always be like an underlying thing. So even if we're talking about a non-faith topic, which we will always bring it back to faith, because it's the foundation of our friendship and everything that we do in life. And then when it comes to relationships, we're going to talk about all kinds of topics. When it comes to dating, y'all, there's so much to talk about there. So I'm sure there's going to be many episodes. But not only just dating, also relationships with family, family dynamics. We'll even probably talk about like our ethnicities too. That'll be a fun episode that we can talk about. And then roommates, friendships. Oh my gosh.
Coworkers.
Ooh, y'all get ready for that episode. Yes. We'll have some tea.
Popcorn.
Yes, yeah. Get your popcorn, your tea, your coffee. But yeah, and then personal growth. Honestly, this could be a whole wide range of things because, okay, so something that we always say is like, I'm all creative. Domy's like business. And so, but both of us have had careers, obviously, or have careers right now.
And we're very ambitious.
Yeah. Actually, Domy is getting her master's right now. Shout out to Domy.
Only way I can get myself into the States.
But she's doing it.
But
so
they're considering me an alien. Like, what?
It's okay. You're not alien to me.
Yeah. I'm not leaving.
But no, so like we both are very ambitious people and I have, place a lot of value in our careers too. So like we'll talk about probably some career stuff, goal-oriented things. What else with personal growth? Oh, we both have ADHD.
Yes. See, that's weird. That's so weird.
She literally was going to say it.
Yeah.
Same brain.
Yes. We like to overthink a lot. So like just like also, I mean, just like steps of overcoming that and yada, yada, yada.
Y'all, I went through therapy like all last year. Shout out to Colleen. She's not listening to this, but maybe she'll send her the link. I keep saying shout out.
Look how far I came.
Actually, that's true. Hi, Colleen. I love you. But yes, I went through therapy. So there are some things that like, we'll have probably a whole other episode on like ADHD because I didn't find out that I had ADHD until I was like much older, like literally last year. But Domy obviously had like dealt with it as a kid, teenager.
Yeah, I mean, I came to terms with it in university, but we had two different approaches to how we like tackled it.
Yeah,
but
I didn't even know until I went to therapy, and I was like, oh, like it's a whole. We'll talk about that later, but I didn't even know. So, anyways, we'll talk about that, tips, advice. Like we really want this to be not just us. Ooh, I mean, yes, we'll do some fun things. I think people like that. And we want to keep it fun and light, but also we want to make it beneficial and like for there to be real purpose behind it because we really want to help people and like bring people in so they know. Like I wish someone would have told me, especially when it comes to like the ADHD stuff, like I wish I had tips and stuff like that sooner than I got them. Or even like when it comes to dating, y'all, ooh, there's like, Lord, help me still.
We learned the hard way.
Yeah. So just helping people at the end of the day.
Exactly. And it's just
and glorifying God.
Yes, exactly. And that's what I was just about to say. It's just like if we've gone through so much and God has redeemed us through all of those things, and now we're in a position where we can talk about it and reflect and just like provide guidance to people that are in similar positions or situations or know of people.
Yeah.
It's almost like I don't want to waste what I went through.
Yeah.
For nothing, you know?
She's been through a lot.
Like,
You've been through a lot.
And I feel like this podcast is really going to help us to like just put it out there, you know, like
shed light on topics too that maybe a lot of people don't talk about.
Yeah, and just give you encouragement and hope that like
you're not alone.
It's never over. You know, you're always going to make it. You're fine. But it's just a matter of like how you approach it. I took the very long, difficult ways of approaching and dealing with my issues. But at the end of the day, I still made it.
We're both stubborn, so yeah.
Very, very, very stubborn. Shout out to my dad. He's bald for a reason.
Actually, yeah, both of our my dad's not completely bald, but he's getting there.
Yeah, poor guy.
I'm sorry, Dad. Actually, yeah.
I'm the oldest of 6, and there's 4 girls, 2 boys, and I always joke, like, my dad's bald for a reason.
And I'm the middle child, so enough said.
Honestly, though, the middle children in my family were so easy.
Really?
It's literally me, and I would say the second youngest. Shout out Elijah.
Yeah, no, for me, I wouldn't say I was like, well... I was going to say...
You gave your parents a hard time, though.
No, I definitely gave my parents a hard time. I was going to say, I don't want to say I was the problem child, but then I'm like, I know my siblings are listening to this and they're like, yes, you were. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to talk about a lot of different things, but those 3 pillars, faith, relationships, and personal growth are going to be like our
You know what we should do? We should like maybe put a...
like categorize?
No, not categorize. Like put a poll out there or see like if there's... take
what you want to hear next
on what you guys want to hear and certain topics or certain experiences.
That's so true. Maybe we'll do like a poll on Instagram
Give the
soon.
People what they want.
Yes. Yes, always. Well, that sounded
President
weird.
for 2028. Wait,
2020.
3 years?
No, it's this year.
2024?
Yeah, but I'm not old enough.
I
don't want to be president. What are we doing? Yeah, I think you have to be a certain age to be president.
Interesting.
I'm too young.
That's
what I tell myself. That's true. That's true.
Don't let them tell you. Don't let them limit you.
Yes. Okay. I think we're gonna wrap up. Yes. Oh, wait, the last segment that we're gonna do. So we're gonna do this every episode where we're gonna call it. Our little segment is Powerverse.
Yes.
So we're going at the end of every episode, we're gonna have a scripture to basically bring all of our thoughts together and to leave you guys with some hope, encouragement, something, from the Bible. So yeah, we're going to share our power verse for this episode, the first episode.
Okay. It's a popular one, but it's very fitting for the situation. Romans 8:28. And we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose.
Boom.
Yes.
There we go.
Wait on him, guys. It's worth it.
Yes.
Nothing I could have done would have gotten me this good of a situation.
So true. You're welcome. I'm just kidding. No,
Thank
thank
you,
you, God.
Lord.
Yes, thank you, God. I'm kidding. But
Yes, guys.
thank you guys for listening. Our first episode. I
Yes.
can't believe
Yes.
it. Yes, I'm gonna just say this because I feel like we need to say this. Follow us on Instagram at Powercoast Girls. We're also on TikTok, but like,
I know.
we're
It's just
on
like it's not. Meh.
it's not showing us as good an engagement as
Yeah.
Instagram,
Yeah.
but we're there.
Yeah.
So if you want to follow us, just sure.
I'm sure we'll like work on it eventually. It's just we need to focus on one thing at a time.
Y'all, we have
I'm
both
also doing my MBA. She has other things going on.
I have work. Yeah,
We have
there's
to
just
be
a lot.
adults.
Yes.
It's kind of fun.
Yes.
Yes.
But we're gonna continue this. And thank y'all for listening.
Thank you.
All right,
Until
Power
next
Coast
time.
Girls.
Are we gonna sing?
We're gonna sing. We should have a theme song. Actually.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wait, what? We'll have to listen to the Powerpuff
Honestly,
Girls.
I haven't heard it in so long.
Me either. Well, we're gonna go watch an
We'll get
episode
back
right
to you
now.
on the theme song.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.